afternoon, everyone! I'm excited! Just gonna let any of the people wanting to watch hop in real quick. Hopefully everyone's having a good day today. Alright. Whoops, wrong screen. There we go. Hello, hello. So, today, this next set of streams for Mondays and Thursdays will be a little bit different. I'm gonna be doing a multiplayer Stellaris. Been wanting to do a multiplayer thing for a while, and Stellaris got the most votes. So we've got some light mods. We just got a portrait pack, tasty maids, and then full tiny outliner, and that's it. This is the Empire I'm going to be playing with for this playthrough. This is one I did in the past. The evosion mechanics. Basically, these guys were at the bottom of the food chain, but they used technology to make their way to the top. And they have eager explorers. So that means they're at a technological disadvantage. That basically they entered space way too early, way sooner than they're supposed to. And our origin is mechanists, so we start off with robots. This is a heavily tech-based build. So, and a technocracy, of course, democratic. We're egalitarian, and then we're fanatic materialist. And then the evosion traits have actually changed since I've last played them. I've changed them around. They can now fly, they are quick learners, and they are intelligent. But they are also weak, and because of their past on being on a very hostile and violent planet, they have psychological infertility. So that means minus 30% pop growth during war. So yeah, you're not really supposed to go to war with these guys. And I think these are all the peeps joining in. So the last time I played Stellaris, I played right before the last time I played Stellaris on the Twitch channel, I believe it was right before the Season 9 announcement. And so since then, we have had the release of Biogenesis. And I've played a little bit. The game runs super smoothly now. It runs so much better. Alright. So these are all the settings we're going with. Difficulty inside. Medium, 60 stars. We're going with 4 arms. I like to do starburst, but I do it every single time, so I decided to change it up. Hyperlane density, regular. AI Empires 8 will have 1 to 3 fallen empires, so we won't know how many there are. There will be at least be 1. And then I'll go ahead and slowly scroll through all of these settings. We're keeping all of the precursors set activated. And then Void Worms is disabled because screw those things. Alright. Let's begin. Hello, Eterna. Welcome. You just missed all of the introduction stuff. It's time to go into space! The one place not corrupted by capitalism. If you get that reference, you're amazing. Just waiting on we're just waiting on Chang'e here. Man, it's taking a bit of time for... There we go. We're ready. Alright. So welcome to the galaxy. Let's go ahead. Do all of our setup stuff and then I'll hopefully get the okay from everyone. We will need to research all of the so some of these things are normally researched, but because we are eager explorers, we're at a technological disadvantage. And a lot of our stuff has not been built yet. So let's go ahead, get to work. Gotta remember how the jump works. Alright. I think it's L. Alright. Pause. Chuka, are you watching? Build a mining station here too. It used a tasty made robot portrait.
Anomaly detected.
Leave B for now.
Construction online. System scan complete.
Ooh, we got 2 worlds over here we can pick up. So one thing I gotta bring up is Stellaris has reworked their population system, and that is a lot of the reason why this game is way more optimized than it used to be. Because population used to be like the big reason like Stellaris lagged a lot. But now, that has been reworked.
System scan complete. Construction online.
Alright, so we've got our first tradition.
New technology discovered.
We'll go for prosperity so we can get more resources more quickly. Alright. More research. Let's explore, let's discover hyperspace travel finally. Alright. Going pretty good. So, I should probably, since you weren't here, Eternal, I should probably explain One of my starting civics is Eager Explorers. I start with some ships that have jump drives, but basically my empire has entered space way sooner than it should.
Council agenda ready.
And because of that, I'm actually behind technologically, compared to the rest of the galaxy at the start. But don't worry, that's gonna change. Let's expand the council. Yeah, burb.
Anomaly detected.
Anomaly detected. Does automation work with the jump drives? That is a good question. I am unsure. Oh hey, free population if I clear that. Cool. Well, not free, it's 300 energy credits, but very cheap. Alright, prosperity. Yeah, making our resources and buildings cheaper. Survey speed. We'll need that more than we need archaeological speed.
Locker removed.
Honestly, I didn't change my ship prefix either, so my ships still use ISS, despite the fact that we don't come from Earth. So, important question. Are the jump drive ships able to use automation? I'm unsure. I don't think I've ever tried the jump drive ships with automation. If it works, then cool. I'll just let those ships go and do their thing.
Situation log updated.
Yeah, no, they just failed. It just deactivated automation because they can't get to the system. So jump drives don't work. Damn it. Well, that's unfortunate. Before we start building an actual military, we should probably research the hyperdrives. That way our ships can properly travel to places. Because the problem with the jump drive is when you jump drive into a system, you get a temporary debuff, and that's not a good thing. When you're fighting a war. Oh, we froze. Yeah, we gotta wait for UA to catch up. There we go. They're back. We're just salvaging a gas giant ship.
Research project concluded.
Oh, what did I pick up? I picked up a cruiser. Nice. Oh, there's my other guaranteed habitable. Perfect. Let's head over here. Let's do our starbase. I guess we'll do meticulous.
New Discovered.
So, I do have a democratically elected leader.
Discovered.
Genome mapping, pop growth speed increase, Alright.
Situation log updated.
Perfect. Wait, why did I... You go over here. Alright.
Construction online.
Let's go into our ship designer, and let's develop our first corvette. So we will go for missiles, and then a single red laser. And then I like to go for more armor than shields usually. So. Alright, that'll be our first corvette. Save. That will be our new ship. Alright. Let's get our first fleet up and going. Alright, we're catching up. Well, we started in 2200, and then yeah, it seems like we're going a few days every second or so.
System survey.
Research from jobs, and then we probably won't go that far, but the game typically ends at what's because everyone discovers hyperdrives. And we're not going to discover each other for a while. Alright. Woohoo! We got our first fleet! Woo! First fleet! The hyperdrives are how you travel between star systems. And because of eager explorers, I didn't start off with them. Because usually you start off with them. Survey system. Need to build a starbase at some point. We'll go ahead and move our construction ship there. Alright, let's get a normal construction ship up and going. Ah! I don't have enough alloys. Well, maybe we should fix that. Let's get an alloy foundry. Stability.
Anomaly detected.
Alright, we'll make you go warlike. We won't go to war very often, but like, in case anyone else declares war on us, we need to make sure to have like enough defenses and stuff. Really Really, the only time we're gonna ever go to war is if we end up next to a freaking genocidal empire or someone who just doesn't really like me for some reason. And in a previous playthrough as the Evosion Mechanics, I was just super unlucky that playthrough. I ended up spawning next to someone who was authoritarian, and so immediately we were opposed to each other because I'm a democratic nation. And when I had the opportunity to expand, they declared war on me and started a two-front war. I was so pissed off. Oh, I was talking about a previous playthrough. I spawned next to a authoritarian nation. As the guys I'm currently playing as. And my nation's democratic, so... Alright, let's start getting some of these ships up and going.
Anomaly detected.
Okay, yeah. And then, that was a multiplayer playthrough, so after my empire actually got wiped off the map, I switched to a different empire, and then the endgame crisis spawned on my capital.
System scan complete.
That entire playthrough was just sadness. In fact, I made a Reddit post about the freaking endgame crisis spawning on my capital. It was one of those what the hell game moments. It's one of those moments where the game just makes you go, what the hell, man? Why? Alright, let's build a colonization vessel. They're cheaper, so I can... Oh, that's probably a good benefit to eager explorers. You can get cheaper colonization vessels. The only downside is I have to manually send them to go colonize. But hey, I don't have to spend as much colonizing, that'll be perfect.
Discovered.
I actually haven't attempted yet since then. I've been absolutely exhausted. And also making sure that all of this goes well. I'll probably attempt it Wednesday when I've not got anything going on. We'll go ahead and go for that. Alright. We will need more minerals. Because we need more mineral stuff. But I do want to defeat the Roaring Knight. And I was actually going to test something with Deltarune. I forgot to do it. I was going to open up a new save on Chapter 4, go into the freaking Dark World at the school, and see if you get all of the secret boss items, or just the one from the previous chapter. Because if you get all of them, then I won't have to worry about anything for Chapter 5 once I do defeat the Knight. But, I probably could, but since I've defeated Jevo and Spanton, like, I can go check in Chapter 4. Because if I just get all of the, like, secret boss items all at once, then I'll just beat the night, then wait for Chapter 5, continue with my current save file, and there will be no worries. Oh yeah, because I'm a very technologically based nation, I'm going for exploration focus. I don't exactly know what the reward is.
System scan complete.
Like, what's the point of these focuses?
Technology discovered.
Like, I don't understand them. Like, they don't tell you if they give you anything. Yeah, there's a few things I haven't fully explored yet because, again, Stellaris just reworked the entire population system, which is why it's way more optimized now. Alright, which planet would be better to colonize? You are a size 12 world, and you are a size 14 world. Alright, so I'll go for this one. Well, you jump, right? There we go. Alright. You'll be a good energy world. And then... Yidru. Yeah, sure. Sounds like a goofy name. Actually, let's go ahead and get our second colonization vessel up. Man, cheaper colonization ships is nice. Toxic terraforming candidate. Well, not much of use to me.
Establishing colony.
Yeah. If you don't know how the game works, there's a bunch of like... So if you don't know how government works, you have 2 ethics and then you start off with 2 civics. I have fanatic materialist, which basically means tech nerds, and then egalitarian, which means they lean towards democratic governments. And then my civics are technocracy and then eager explorers. So, technology, basically. Technology. Let's go ahead and build another alloy foundry. Yeah. I think there's somewhere you can, somewhere it shows your, like, empire lore. That you put in the, text box, but I don't know where to find that.
Anomaly detected.
I just can't remember where you find it. Yeah, I can't remember where you find it.
System scan complete.
Actually, go to this one. Go to that one instead. Yeah, we're starting to pick up on resource gathering. Maybe the real lore was the deaths we ran over on the way. I still don't understand that meme. Alright,
New technology discovered.
lead organizer. Technology researched. Carefree.
Establishing colony.
There we go. Alright, we're getting 2 colonies established now. We've got to clear up the rest of our
New technology
lockers
discovered.
on this planet.
Construction online.
Alright, so you've surveyed that system. Go ahead and survey this one over here. Let's see what's over here. Alright, that's fine.
Locker removed.
Oh, we've got an election coming up.
New technology discovered.
Technology discovered. Ceramo metal materials. Let's get better spaceships. So I have no idea what kind of nations. Oh, we found a pre-FTL. Coda, keep the volume down, please. Sorry, I'm having to watch my nephew down here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't have a lot of ideas, and plus, they are a pain to set up. Twitch does not make it easy at all. Like, they are so painful to set up, and it's just like, I don't want to bother with it. I'm sorry.
System surveyed.
Like, I could easily, like, set up a redeem and, like, I can set up, like, the points and stuff. But, like, trying to actually get it occur, like, on the stream, like, the Deltarune explosion one, that one took legitimately, like, hours to set up. Just that one simple one just took literal hours to set up. It is so difficult. Yeah, if you hear some noise, it's just my nephew. He's playing on his tablet. Oh.
Construction online.
Because I changed rulers, that scientist in this ship left to go be a ruler. Since she got elected. Alright. We're gonna need a starbase here next. And then we'll have secured this area for ourselves. And we're making a lot of alloys now. Now that we're not having to worry about colonization ships, let's go ahead and continue pushing forward more towards military building.
Colony founded.
Oh yeah, we have to get a new head of research since our head of research got elected to be the ruler. Alright, our first colony has been set up.
We got dark titan.
Anyways, let's get more research labs out, shall we?
We got Commander. Oh. We got Royal Ryan.
The smartest sounding of techno babble in the technopolitan political and techno debates.
Construction online.
By the way, this
System
species,
surveyed.
they are weak. I need to let you know that these guys, they came from the bottom of the food chain on their home planet. So they're not very strong. So they kind of only have their intelligence.
Situation log updated. Anomaly detected.
Precious, do you really have to do that right behind my chair?
Construction online.
Alright. Let's go ahead and continue building ships. Yeah, we're building a whole bunch now. Getting a proper military. Because we kind of need it. Also, we're running low on Unity. I need to get some Unity buildings up and going. Why do we not have any Unity buildings, actually? That's a wonderful question I have not thought to ask until now. That I'm struggling on Unity. Oh, game froze a bit. UA is probably struggling. UA? There we go. Alright. Occasionally that'll happen. I think it's just because UA does not have a very good computer right now. Thankfully she's got a new one, so hopefully that'll... When she switches over to that, that will help a lot. So as for our ascension route,
Colony founded.
So later on we'll get the option to go for an ascension, which means we evolve our species down a specific path. We are definitely going to go synthetic, meaning we're going to turn our species into robots.
New technology discovered.
That'll be fun. And then the one time I had a good playthrough as the evosion mechanics, I just started turning everyone in my empire to robots. You moved in, plop, you're getting put into a robot. The synthetic route is just so silly. All of the freaking ascension routes are silly. And then all of the robotic empires get their own ascension routes. One of them just turns them all into holograms. And they even get like a holographic effect on their species, like it's so cool. I want you to survey that system. Alright, I think it's time to start building some construction ships that will actually allow me to use the hyperlanes. Yeah, I imagine doing a universe map would be such a pain. I mean, I imagine by that point, I imagine it would be like digital. More research! More! 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 Oh yes. And we'll do some civilian industries to catch up back on our consumer goods. See, I wonder when we're gonna meet our first empire.
New technology discovered.
Guess we'll go for xenobiology. Alright, okay. Yeah, we're gonna need more minerals somewhere. We're gonna need a good mining world, which means Preferably a planet with more than 4 usable mining districts. The unfortunate thing is we don't have another species right now. We aren't genophile. So what is this planet? A tundra world? We could invade this pre-FTL and pick up their species. We'll probably set our citizen rights to full citizenship, living standards, decent conditions. Yeah. Alright, those will be our default stuff. Oh, we get more trait picks. Oh, we start off with adaptive frames? Huh. Oh, we need more trait points though.
Council agenda ready.
Yes! I'm gonna give you a heads up, this is a Paradox game. So, if you ever want to play this, keep that in mind. We all know how complicated Paradox strategy games can get. And now you see why I like Stellaris. Like, I can basically do anything with my Galactic Empire here. Yeah, understandable. There we go, our construction ships are ready. Now it'll be easier for them to traverse everywhere. Now we can use the hyperlanes. Funding granted, probe deeper. Let's mine further. I'll probably work towards invading this pre-FTL, which means we will have to set up an army. Army hub. We need more minerals. Why do we need more minerals to hire an army? I don't know. I thought it would be like food or something. So what era is this pre-FTL in? I can't tell. Oh, they're in the machine age, so they're pretty far along.
Anomaly detected.
Risky, but I want Yidru to become a very good mining world. If I could get Yidru to get more mining hubs, well, I would have actually preferred TKEC to get the mining districts. Kinda sucks that.
System surveyed.
Alright, we now have a Minister of Exploration. Kinda wish Yidru didn't get the mining districts and TKEC did. I've kind of only been half reading the events. Bird. Burb. Burb. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! Bird up. Should I play Garden Band someday?
New technology.
It's such a stupid fucking game. What? My head hurts, brain no likey. Welcome to Stellaris, a paradox game! You know, it would be nice to see what Paradox could do if they... It would be nice to see if Paradox challenged themselves to make a simpler strategy game. It'd be interesting to see what they would come up with. Oh, holy frick! There is a destroyed... Something bad happened here. There is a destroyed orbital ring.
New technology discovered.
There's a pre-FTL on that planet, isn't there? So, as a heads up, FTL is faster than light. We're a faster than light civilization. Anyone who hasn't invented faster than light travel are called pre-FTLs. Primitives, basically. Oh my good lord! Whoop, sorry. I forgot I'm playing a multiplayer game.
New technology discovered.
Let's go ahead. 0G refineries. Man, I really wish we got all of these mining districts on Tekek instead.
Construction online.
Because, oh my good lord, we got 15. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get any Hoi 5.
System surveyed.
Popular rock. Detected energy readings in a cluster of asteroids. Further investigations recommended. Simulated in real time, someday nobody just Smith could become leader of the U.S. right under right circumstances. Watch atrocities in never before seen detail. Wow, much file sized for the low price of your firstborn. Honestly, the base game of Paradox games,
System scan complete.
I think they're alright, price-wise. It's the DLCs I have issues with a lot of the times. Hey, you like this game? Well, buy all the DLCs for $300. Say, good lord, man! Oh, I'm gonna run out of Unity.
Construction.
God dang it. Where's the Unity building? I need the Unity building. There we go, administrative office. There it is. I need the Unity building. Yeah. Unity is a resource.
New technology discovered.
Alright, let's build that starbase and, let's get a few more armies up and going, because a machine-age planet is going to be pretty highly defended. So... Oh yeah, we also gotta make sure our policies allow. Alright. Now we can invade primitives. I am surprised there are no primitives on this world down here.
New technology discovered.
Oh yeah, we need to upgrade our ships. Quite a few! It goes from Stone Age to all the way like early Space Age, and it has like 10 eras in between. So yes, you can literally invade literal caveman. Caveman. Which is just a hilarious thought. Straight up going Army of Ages, that old Flash game where you start in the Stone Age and you fight off an alien invasion. No, unfortunately you can't. I think eager explorers is the limit to your how low tech-wise you go.
System surveyed.
Enter orbit. Don't bomb the planet yet. Stop whatever you're doing, actually. Make an observation post. We need to see how many... Oh! Oh, your armies are piss weak. Alright, well... Just invade. What kind of people do you got? Oh my gosh, it uses the Toho Project portraits! I'm invading Toho Project! This cat is friendly fire! Well, I'm not playing as a Toho Project inspired nation, so... I hope you clipped that. That's amazing. The freaking Toho Project pre-FTL.
Construction online.
There we go. Hey, there's my army. I outnumber their forces 6-1. Holy frick. They're so screwed. Imagine just minding your own business and then these aliens just randomly invade you.
Commencing planetary invasion.
Invaders, we don't know why you are attacking us, but we know we will fight to defend our planet. We will not yield. And planet mine.
We
Bam.
have seized an enemy.
And now they have stellar culture shock. So,
System charted.
I believe, depending on what era you invade in, the stellar culture shock is worse. So if you invade like cavemen, they're not gonna know what the hell space is, or what a spaceship is, or what alien life is. Like, they're probably freaking the heck out because they think some, like, gods from above invaded them. So yes, I do think it's worse the sooner you invade them. Since this this was a machine age world, they probably have some idea of what space is and maybe have some concept of what aliens are, but I imagine being invaded by an alien species kind of caught them off guard. But yeah, we'll keep our army here. Stability's at 0%. I wonder why. Hello, theater. And then... Alright, now if we ever find any tundra worlds, they'll be easier to colonize. Welcome to the Empire. And if you do leave a pre-FTL alone long enough, they will eventually become spacefaring. They will just obviously be super behind everyone else.
New technology discovered. Technology discovered.
Abandonment triggers. Yeah, go ahead. So, yeah. Okay, you know what? You're going to be a good mining world. We found our mining world here. Alright, so that means Yiju will be our generator world. And then TCAC, I guess I'll make them my... I need a better consumer good world, so I think I'll make them my factory world. And so they'll produce consumer goods. Yeah, I'll see it later. It's so stupid.
Construction online.
Wait, there are 2 variants of this species? What? So they are adaptive, conformist, traditional, weak, and nascent stage. Alright, let's go ahead and get our first civilian industries on this planet up and going. And then as I slowly get more civilian industries on this planet, I'll start switching some of these things on Avosia over to research labs and alloy production. I guess so.
Technology discovered.
Interestingly, I have not made a first contact yet. Assembly patterns. Alright. So we'll need to get our new starports up and going so we can increase our naval capacity. So go ahead and put our starports on the 2 choke points. This right here is basically going to be the core of our empire. I think a lot of our most important stuff is going to be built here. Cavemen, when they see the big fluffy white things in the sky descend down. I think Caveman is pretty funny. I think Renaissance Age is even funnier, because I know Renaissance Age is one of them. Just like, a new age of art and literature. Oh no, we're being invaded by aliens now. An age of rediscovery of our past, and oh no, we're being invaded by aliens. And then another thing you can do with pre-FTLs is you can study them. Oh, we've got a desert world pre-FTL here. I think that's desert. Yes. We got slugs. Desert world pre-FTLs are nice, because...
System charted.
Let's see. Yeah, we have no idea what this species is like. Oh, we can see. I'm probably gonna invade them. I'm sorry. What age are they in? It'll show me if I hover over it. You're not gonna tell me what age you're in? Industrial age. So they just had like their industrial revolution. Alright, we get our first ascension perk. Well, I think it's only fitting to go for the technological ascendancy perk to increase our research speed and stuff. It has been a million. Before they get into a world war after their little industrial boom, their plan is going to go boom from a world war. There is an age called nuclear age, and I believe it's like a 30% chance that the species ends up killing themselves. I don't remember like the percentage chance, but there is a chance of like nuclear age and onwards, I believe they have a chance of just blowing themselves up and destroying themselves. And in fact, there's an origin called post-apocalyptic, where your species had a nuclear war, but you survived, and now you're spacefaring. And yeah, there is a chance of the pre-FTL surviving too. I don't know the chance. I don't know the percentage chances, honestly.
Construction online.
There we go, we got our star bases now. Shipyard
online.
Anchorage. Shipyard Anchorage. And how many can we have? Okay, we can get another one. Yeah, it's atomic age. It's same thing, basically. Yeah, atomic age and onwards, they have a chance to just, go boom. And then their world becomes what is called a tomb world, which means it's a nuclear wasteland. And post-apocalyptic, which is one of my favorite origins, it has you start off as a tomb world, and you get tomb world habitability bonus. My first empire, called the Lildoggian Empire, I have post-apocalyptic, and then I stacked extremely adaptive on top of it. So I got like plus 90% habitability on tomb worlds, and then that plus 20% from extremely adaptive goes to every other planet as well. So like the Lildoggians, they go everywhere. And by the way, I did, one of the cool things you can do, you could set your custom empires to spawn in the galaxy as an AI. I have set the Lildoggians up to spawn, So we will get to see them if they don't die horribly. I think I need to start building all of the mining stations and stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. Interestingly, we've not had any first contacts yet. Usually this is the point of... What is a nanobot diffuser? Hell if I know. Minister of State... You know what? Celebrity. Sure. We've got a celebrity. Just the idea of just... This is a technocracy, and we still have celebrities. Alright, our next, tradition will be...
New technology discovered.
Yeah, Harmony.
Council agenda
Sure.
available.
Got a rare tech here, but I also want destroy. I want to go for destroyers. I'm sorry. Maybe if I get the rare tech later, I'll get it. Alright, let's let... Oh, we've got our first fallen empire found. We've got a spiritualist on the map. So, a fallen empire is a really ancient empire, and they are so incredibly powerful, do not poke them in the beginning of the game. They will absolutely obliterate you. They may have fallen on hard times, but they have weapons capable of annihilating your entire civilization in 3 seconds. So...
Construction online. Construction online.
What does this even do? Give me another anchorage instead. Shipyard anchorage. Why is everything cheaper? Why is my, have the modules always cost 50 alloys? Huh. Hey, we got 46% stability. Cool.
System charted.
So, automaton building. Wait, is that what I need? I'm looking for the robot assembly plant. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our robot assembly plants up and going finally. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. We've got robots, we gotta use them. There we go, we're getting them built up. Touch the fallen empire! UA, what are you doing? And then there are different fallen empires with different ethics. You've got the spiritualists and the materialists, so basically the religious and the scientific fanatics. You've got the xenophiles and the xenophobes, so the people that love aliens and the people that really hate aliens. And then you've got the machine fallen empire, which is like an AI that is lost its internal core unit, so it just kind of sits there. And then recently they added the hive mind fallen empire, which is like, it has like a multiple personality disorder, is like fighting itself. It's hilarious. I have not seen the hive mind one yet, but I hope to see it sometime. Oh hey, we found our first wormhole! AKA, haha, I bypassed your defenses. Wormholes are so irritating at this! It's like, it's this wormhole I never knew existed before. Frick, they have bypassed all of my defenses. It is so annoying. I hate it. Yeah, wormhole. It goes to a different point. It goes to a different star in the galaxy, and once you get the right tech, you can just use the wormhole to travel. That's why they're so annoying. If there's a wormhole you didn't know existed in your borders, you bet your ass the AI is going to abuse the hell out of that to just walk around everything. There was one incident that made me quit a playthrough altogether. I was playing a really fun playthrough, this was sometime after we obliterated the crisis. And then the War in Heaven triggered, which basically means two fallen empires have awoken, and they've brought the entire galaxy into a giant galactic conflict. Basically, World War Galaxy. And, oh my god. The AI... I'm so stupidly fucking annoyed about this. The AI went through neutral territory like 50 stars away to use a wormhole to bypass my defenses. And it was like... Why? Not only am I annoyed, that seems so inconvenient for them. And it made me quit the game. It made me quit that playthrough.
New technology
Council agenda ready.
Oh, there's no longer a scientist in this. I was like, Why aren't you surveying that system? Yeah, you need a scientist on the ship to survey the system. Yeah, that would help.
Construction online.
Wait, there are pre-sapients on this planet? Oh yes, they have a nascent stage. That means children, when they're born, they start in the pre-sapient stage for that species. It's like, there are pre-sapients? Yeah, that's why there are two variants. I get it now. So if you don't know, a pre-sapient...
Technology discovered.
A pre-sapient is a species that is just on the verge of achieving sapience, but not quite there yet. And so basically for this second species, with the nascent stage, their newborns start off in a pre-sapient stage. And then they grow up into, like, the actual sapient. Uh-oh! We'll try to resync? Technical issues, everyone! Technical issues! Nomad desynced. So we have to resync. Desync. Rip. Take two? Yeah, UA's game is taking its sweet time loading. Alright, take two. That's hopefully Alright. If we desync again, I'm gonna have to restart the server.
Agenda ready.
Take two.
System scan.
Alright, we're good.
Anomaly detected.
Oh boy, we've got the L gates. I found an L gate. So, an L gate is like a specific, like, thing. There's an extra part of the galaxy out here called the L gate that's hidden, or the L sector. And if you open up the L gate, you'll get a variety of events, including a possible crisis called the Grey Tempest, which is, a Grey Goose scenario, where a bunch of nanites will start invading the galaxy.
System scan complete.
Fun! I think it's about time I built the new science ships. Do you want to help in Pandora's Luigi? You can now play as Luigi. And I think my favorite one, I think my favorite event you can get is, you meet the Grey Tempest, but they got bored and formed themselves into one singular being. Like, the entirety of Grey Tempest formed themselves into one singular being, and you could get them as, like, a very good leader. Which just, can I just say that being just sounds incredibly dense, and I imagine they're extremely heavy, because, like, the entirety of Grey Tempest just condensed into one person?
Situation log update. Construction online.
Pandora's Luigi. Oh my god. It turned out I hate you for that. I hate you for that. But yeah, one of the events is you get a leader called Grey, and it's just Grey Tempest all condensed into one singular being. And Grey is completely immortal.
System scan complete.
You can, like, use them as, like, you get a bunch of options. You can use them as, like, a very good leader. You can ask them to become a ship, and it's a very strong ship. Or you can ask them to become an army. And getting Grey, I believe it's first come, first serve. So the first one to open the L gate will get Grey. So I remember the first time I got Grey. It was fun. There we go, our science ships are ready. Wait, no. Investigate the anomalies and research the special projects we haven't done yet. And then I'm gonna hire a new scientist for this one. Oh, I will exceed leader cap. Fuck. Well, I think I'll leave that science ship there for now. Yeah, because my leader count starts the freaking scientist leader cap. That annoys me. I feel like the leader should not count towards the cap. Like, that just seems really dumb. Ah! We have a marauder! Next to me again. So marauders, they're easy to explain. They're just basically space Mongolians. And there's actually a chance of them getting a Genghis Khan and going on a massive conquering spree. And so that's why I'm scared. Because I have had the Great Khan spawn point blank range on me, and it was not fun. Let me tell you, it's not fun. It's not fun when the Space Mongols finally decide to just build an empire. The Great Khan is really tough, but if you do manage to defeat the Great Khan, you get their throne as like a bonus. There are these things, let me see if I can find them. You see these slots here? You can get relics. And you get the Great Khan's throne if you defeat the Great Khan. And it's a really good relic. But yeah, Marauders, right next to me. A Death Star. I have a highlight on my channel a while back from my previous Stellaris playthrough where I took a Colossus and I blew up the Earth.
Construction online.
So yeah, you can build the Death Star.
New technology discovered.
It doesn't have to be a Death Star. You can get like a beam that just eliminates all life, but leaves the planet intact. So you can use it, or there's also a de-evolution beam, where you send everyone on the planet back to the pre-sapient stage. So basically you use a beam and you turn all the humans into monkeys. Yeah, you can do some silly stuff with the Colossus. And then there's a bonus, and then I believe there are 2 bonus Colossi that you can get. Hello, Green. One of the Colossi you can get is the Toxic God, and it just poisons the entire planet. Yes, you can get a de-evolution beam, which sends everyone on the planet back to the pre-sapient stage. And then the other bonus Colossi you can get is the giant creature, the giant beast, and he just straight up eats the planet. Like, the planet just disappears off the map. Literally eats it. You can do some funny things in this. Friend with Space Amoeba! Yay! Hi, Yorime! Ooh, thank you for the cookie.
We're having a four-range pie, which is the beef stew and mashed potatoes or something.
Gotcha. So, I think what you're referring to is one of the crisis paths. Currently in the game, there are 3 crisis paths. You've got the destruction crisis path, where you just straight up blow up the entire galaxy. You've got the technological crisis path, which is just technological advancement at all costs, regardless of consequences. And then you've got the, basically the kaiju path, where you create a genetically perfect beast in space, and you just create a giant planet-eating kaiju. And when you go down each of these crisis paths, the galaxy can, like, unite against you to try and stop you. And the kaiju one was the most recent one added. When you use him on a planet, the planet just disappears off the game. Like, it's hilarious. It's kind of comedic. Like, there used to be a planet here. You can't even tell. And then, I have done the Destruction Crisis Path one. That one's a lot of fun.
System surveyed.
When you reach the final stage of the Destruction Crisis Path, the entire galaxy declares war on you. Game did slow down a bit, but I think that's just because I'm streaming. And that seems to be a common theme when I play games, it's just shit slows down when I stream. Like, we went through, like, the first 20 years pretty rapidly, and now, like... Wait, it's only 5... Oh no! It's not going slow, I've just been talking. I didn't realize how little time has passed. Man, I thought time was flying by because I was talking. No, it's not the case. We are researching starholds, right? Yes, we are. Hopefully UA will get her new computer and things will speed up.
Research project concluded. Situation log updated.
What? Oh, we found a kid. And we can revive the kid? Sure. Let's see what happens. Watch, I revive the kid and my entire empire disappears. That won't happen. Like, you can get some destructive events happening by choosing the wrong option, but like... I found like a kid in like a... I found a kid in like an escape pod. Alright. Are the Marauders down here? Am I able to go around them, or am I not able to? Because the Marauders typically have around 3 systems. Ah! Get the hell out of there! Get the hell out of there! Get the hell out of there! Mem aliens. Alright, so they're blocking off this entire path up here, so... I pray we do not get a freaking Great Khan spawn, because, good lord, I will be absolutely and utterly screwed if so. Probably go ahead and get some more civilian industries. And then I'll flip this civilian industry over to an alloy foundry. Now, I'd like to flip this one over to a research lab so get some more research. We'll need to get another planet soon. I just don't know how I'm going to be able to get that other planet.
Situation log updated.
Alright,
Construction
well,
online.
we're raising a kid. Yeah, I guess we're raising a kid of another alien species that's long gone. Man, I am surprised this science ship did not get attacked. Can I hop over here? Ah! I have found nanite sludge!
Technology discovered.
Fascinating! So yeah!
New technology discovered.
Yeah, I found nanite sludge. I should probably focus a bit more on my military. So let's go ahead and get our another fleet up and going.
Comms initiated.
Ah! So now we have contacted the Marauders. The Lypian or Lypian Reavers. Let us pray that they do not spawn the Great Khan. This is actually one of the larger Marauder groups I have seen. They have 5-star system. That's not common. Alright, I have met someone. Another science ship. No! Honestly, if the Great Khan spawns, I'm probably going to just immediately fold. I'm going to raise the white flag. Because thankfully, you can surrender the Great Khan and become a tributary. Because when I was playing previously in the Great Khan spawned point blank, my origin was Scion, and I was already a vassal to one of the fallen empires, because that is what basically the whole thing with being a Scion is. Unfortunately, since I was already a vassal, I could not surrender to the Great Khan. So you can imagine what happened to my empire. Now, thankfully, the Fallen Empire sent some reinforcements to make sure I didn't fall completely, but, like, I lost, like, a good chunk, like, a good half of my empire that playthrough. And I ended up losing that playthrough because, well, the Great Khan pushed me back so far that there was no chance of me recovering in time to win the game. Yes, you just fly into a black hole. To go into a universe where you have complete control. And then there are different endings depending on which black hole you go through. And in fact, there's a mod called Gigastructures. They played into this. They have like a custom crisis called the Blockats. And their main mothership has a black hole in it. Which just sounds badass. Just imagine building your ship around a black hole and just carrying that black hole around you. But anyways, that mod allows you to use that black hole too. Which just sounds stupid. Yeah, a random black hole has a different ending to the galactic center black hole, as far as I know. And then I think there are other endings you can get depending on how you got to the final point, like depending on decisions you've made during that crisis. And then the Cosmogenesis crisis, it's the only crisis where the galaxy does not declare war on you all at once. In fact, you can have the galaxy, like, help you. And I've debated on going Cosmogenesis this time around. I am a technological empire. Well, that's how the crisis ends, as you fly through a black hole. But I have thought about going Cosmogenesis for this multiplayer playthrough. The thing is, it's going to cause some havoc for the rest of the galaxy, because it's scientific advancement regardless of all cost. Regardless of the cost. And so you'll have shit like, stars shine brighter and so it starts burning everything alive. Like, what you're doing is you're manipulating the laws of physics. Yes! I've heard about that one. What you're doing, the entire crisis is just you're manipulating the laws of physics. God dang it. Take some energy and get the hell out of here. Hey, I am meeting people! Yay! Yeah, the Marauders are already asking for tribute. That's just like, god dang it. It feels like every time I turn on the Marauders, they just spawn next to me just to absolutely fuck with me the entire playthrough. It's just irritating. Hang on, let me do something. Ah. Oh, hey, someone right here. Hi.
Situation log updated.
Oh, interesting. I got the Shrine to the Old Gods event. So basically, this event chain is, you found a shrine to a pantheon that was supposed to only be exclusive to your planet. Why someone is worshipping your gods out in outer space ages ago, like, it's a mystery, so you're exploring that. Honestly, I would not expect this species to have any pantheons. Considering the whole technological thing.
Situation log updated.
Just as a thing for how the Evosion mechanic lore goes, I imagine from fire to spacefaring it only took them about 500 years. Not joking. Like, that's how I imagine their technological advancement on their home planet was. And then, of course, all of that technological advancement slowed down a bit when they got into space, because things got more complicated. My god is science and my faith is in this toaster. I named them Fred. They are my friends. Is that a reference to something? I don't think I know that.
New technology discovered.
Oh, hey, starbase capacity. We need that. Alright. Let's go ahead and get another consumer good place up and going. More civilian industries. And then we'll, of course, replace this one with a research lab. Research lab. How's Brockan doing? Okay, stellar culture shock has wore off.
Anomaly detected.
So yes, there's also a bunch of different variants of crises. You've got the mid-game crisis like the Great Khan and the Great Tempest. You've got the player crises, which is Nemesis, which is the destruction route, Cosmogenesis, the technological route, and I can't remember what the last route is called, but that's the Kaiju route.
Research project concluded.
And then, the Behemoth route, yeah, that one. That one just got added. And then you've got the 4 endgame crises that invade the galaxy at the end of the game. The Unbidden, the Praetorian Scourge, the Contingency, and Satana. And let me tell you a thing or two about the Contingency. Oh boy, they are a rough endgame crisis to get. actually explain each of the endgame crises, because they're a lot of fun. You've got the Unbidden. I think the Unbidden need an update, because they were the first endgame crisis to be added. And so because of that power creep, kind of, they suffer from power creep. And so they're like super weak now. Basically, the Unbidden, what's supposed to happen is they open up a portal into your galaxy, and the Unbidden, which are energy beings that consume energy, which means you, and they'll start causing a lot of havoc. The problem is, they are so pathetically weak that you'll end up, like, defeating them within, like, maybe the first couple of years. And what is supposed to happen is, the Unbidden's supposed to get out of control, and then a second energy being faction will appear and will fight the Unbidden and you, and then a third one will appear and fight the other two factions and you, and it's supposed to get chaotic. But you kill the Unbidden so fast that the other two factions don't get a chance to spawn. And so, I think if they want to, like, oh yeah, the whole thing with, like, the Unbidden and, like, the energy creatures in their dimension is, they're currently in, like, a massive succession crisis in their universe. And there's just a massive war going on. Like, I think that's what the lore is with the Unbidden. And so while we're sitting here in the galaxy, one of the endgame crises is just currently fighting itself and just beating its snot out of itself. Maybe that's why it's so weak. It's just too busy fighting itself to really do anything to us.
System scan complete.
And then we've got the Praetorian Scourge, which is a hive mind that will consume everything, and they're fleeing from their home galaxy because it's been destroyed, and they enter your galaxy and start consuming everything. They're a little tougher, but if you know the right build, then they can be kind of easy. They'll invade like an edge of the galaxy. And the Scourge is the endgame crisis that at one point spawned on my capital. I was so pissed about that. Just like, hey, the Praetorian Scourge on my capital. Thanks, game. And then you've got the contingency. Oh boy, the contingency is rough. Basically, their whole thing is they were a countermeasure. When the galaxy gets too technologically advanced, they activate and exterminate all life. And, they're rough because they'll choose 4 random barren worlds at random, and they'll become machine worlds, and then all 4 of them will spawn max strength fleets. The contingency, and they'll endlessly spawn until you destroy the machine world. The contingency is rough. And Colossus is actually really good against contingency regardless of your playstyle. Because the Colossus just ends that machine world instantly. Yeah, only barren worlds as far as I know. Which, imagine if your capital became a machine world when the contingency activated. That would just suck. I don't think that's possible. I think galaxy generation prevents that. And then the final crisis, which was added in Machine Age last year, was Satana the Synthetic Queen. You can't terraform everything, unfortunately. But Satana the Synthetic Queen, when she activates, strange orange nanites will appear across the galaxy. And if the war in heaven's going on, the fallen empires will immediately stop the war. And that's like a sign of like, oh, the fallen empires are scared. What's about to happen? And then Satana will activate, and she'll go through and exterminate all of the fallen empires. So you have to defeat her without fallen empire help. And then she's much different because she is a very defensive crisis. She has a timer, and if that timer goes off, congratulations, there's no consciousness in the galaxy anymore. Everyone becomes animals, basically. And you can, like, make the timer, you can, like, delay the timer by doing certain things, but, like, she is a very defensive crisis. I actually think it works. Like, the other crises, it's just, they're here to destroy you. And the thing is, though, Satana, you don't have to go through and destroy every ship. You just have to destroy her Titan ship. Which is way easier said than done, by the way. As for the toughest endgame crisis, it would... I don't know if I would say it's either... I don't know if the contingency or Satana is harder.
System surveyed.
I think Colossus ships, Colossus ships only target planets, unfortunately. I did have a funny moment in a previous playthrough when Satana spawned. Her Titan ship does not really do much damage by itself. So if you end up eliminating all the defenses around it, the Titan ship is pretty much toast. Except I did not have enough firepower to destroy it super quickly. It was just slowly being like cut to death, basically. It was hilarious. Like, Satana was just sitting there for probably like years, just waiting for her ship to blow up because she can't do anything. I basically threw them into microwave. Yeah, she had a long time to think about her choices. But yeah. Satana, she works. She's a good crisis, I would say.
Technology discovered.
Like, I was a little hesitant on, like, the time limit thing, but, oh god. So basically, with L-gates, if you get enough insights, you can open them. I'm not gonna go after the L-gates, I'm sorry. I'm not ready for the L-gates.
System charted.
But, Yes. So I believe there are... I know of 3 off the top of my head. The Great Khan, obviously, he activates in the mid-game, can activate at any point in the mid-game. And in fact, the Great Khan can spawn if you destroy if you destroy a Marauder ship, every Marauder ship destroyed, it's a 5% chance of spawning the Great Khan after the mid-game. The wiki lists 4. The 3 I'm thinking of is the Khan, Grey Tempest if you open the L gates, the Void Worm Plague, and I don't know what the other one is. We've deactivated Void Worms because they suck. Oh, that's the center of the galaxy thing. They're considered a mid-game crisis? That's like an event chain tied to one of the origins. I don't think I'd count that as a crisis. Huh. But you have the Great Khan, Grey Tempest, the Void Worm Plague, which you have to go through and basically exterminate an entire species, make them go extinct because they're destroying the galaxy. Which I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, hey, I can actually upgrade my star ports to starholds now. Cool. Alright, my next tradition will be... I will go for adaptability to go for that habitability bonus.
Council agenda
Because I need more worlds. Like, desperately. The Formless are actually one of the Energy Being factions. They're in the center of the galaxy and they're like, trying to defend like a starport there. And you end up, and the quest line goes like you help them out, you defeat enough waves, and then you get like an event where you can either annex the planet, I believe, make them a vassal, or if you fail both of those, they just start attacking you. And I think that's what it's considering a mid-game crisis, but I don't know if the Formless... I wouldn't really consider them a mid-game crisis. Because they don't really invade or threaten the galaxy in any way like the other crises do. Like, they just kind of sit in the center of the galaxy. And it's tied to an origin anyways. Alright, let us... start making our way over to this pre-FTL and invade them. And then... there is another event chain that I would consider.
Research project concluded.
Ah, yes, the most useless Colossus. Just make everyone religious. It is so pointless. Like, it is... maybe if the Colossus had the option to go for any ethic, like, allow you to turn everyone into Genophile or everyone into authoritarian, but it's only spiritualist. So, like, unless you're a spiritualist empire, it's completely useless. Like, what? Why?
New technology discovered.
Yeah, I think they need to allow you to choose what ethic to use the beam for. I think that would make that one more useful. Alright, I'll be up there in a moment. Alright, I'll have to be back. Yeah, I gotta grab my dinner plate. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Oh, we've got to wait for Nam to get back, though. It's quick intermission. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't made contact with any of the other civilizations yet, minus the Marauders, of course. Yeah, the Divine Enforcer is just basically the "you are now religious" beam. It's so silly. I've used a world cracker on the Earth before. It's a highlight. Oh! Well, I'm about to contact them, so, oh boy! They're not a devouring swarm, are they? I hope they're not a devouring swarm. Okay, thank goodness. Cause spawning near marauders that could. So yeah, there's a bunch of there's a series of empires in this game called the genocidal empires, and considering the term used for them, you can imagine what they entail. Basically, their whole play style is destroy life. For normal empires, you got the fanatic purifiers, so it's just like uber speciesist. Extreme xenophobia, basically. And then you've got the determined exterminators for robots. They hate all organics, and interestingly enough, they have an interesting interaction with other machine empires, where they can act normal to other machine empires. It's just organics that they hate. And then the lithoids get their own unique one, the lithoid species, so like the rock species, they're called terravores. And they basically eat planets. And when they eat the cores of the planets, those planets explode. And then finally, you got the hive mind one, devouring swarm. Which basically what it says on the tin, you're just eating everybody. You're just really, really hungry. Nom nom nom. And the thing about genocidal empires is they get a huge, and I mean a huge, military buff that makes them an absolute pain in the neck to fight. And if they become too powerful, it literally takes like the entire galaxy in order to stop them. Which is why spawning next to a genocidal empire is basically an instant restart, because they're just way too strong early game to like take out right away. Unless you're like a militarist empire. Which not every empire is a militarist empire, so like But yeah, those empires. Basically the main gimmick with them is they cannot interact with many diplomacy. It's only we're at war or we're not at war. That is it. There's nothing else. Again, unless you're a determined exterminator and you're interacting with another machine empire. That's like the one exception. I've got like this. I made like this meme ages ago, talking about the different machine empires. Hang on, let me see. I need a. Where the hell did I put my phone? There it is. I can't pull it up right now, but like. Oh! Alright. Yeah, let's just continue. There we go, I found it. Here we go. I love the different machine empire types in Stellaris. Servitor, you're supposed to love and pamper organics, not kill them. Exterminator, you're a disgrace to machine kind. Assimilator, just turn organics into machines. Problem solved. And then obsessional, must create more paper clips. It's just... Because yes, they have the freaking paperclip one in Stellaris. It's so stupid. Which was a heavily requested type of machine empire in the game for a while. Ah! So if you don't know what just happened, my explorer over here was just captured and dissected. RIP? Well, I guess I'm not exploring that way anymore. Let's hire Rumia. She'll be the perfect new scientist. RIP! Oh, that was our head of research, too. Darn! You know what the worst part about the vivisection thing? Is we caught it on camera, according to the event. So, like... Holy good lord. Yeah, the last time I got that event, the Empire that did it, lived to regret it. I gotta love having a hostile empire on my border. Love dealing with those right off the bat. So the last time I got that event, I was playing Yokai Roma Dekoku, a militarist empire. And I got the event. The enemy empire vivisected my scientist. And then about a couple of years later, I declared war on that empire and absolutely conquered them. Conquered their entire empire, conquered everything. Maybe we shouldn't have poked the aggressive yokai. I need the unity. Alright, we got another 10% habitability bonus. Maybe that'll help a little bit? 55%, 40%, 45%. It'll get us closer to having better habitability, but until we can get, like, another species, like, we're gonna be struggling. Oh, hey, Dyson swarms. Nice. We can harness star energy. technology. I mean, if you want to, we can end the session soon, Yue. Like, I don't want to keep you up. Because I know it's super late for you. Alright, you want to call it here for a session? Alright. There's a chance we might not be able to play this Thursday because Nomad's busy. And I kind of don't want to screw over her playthrough. So I'll probably stream more Roaring Night attempts if I don't end up beating it on Wednesday. That fight's such a pain. But anyways. Alright, let's go ahead, save the game. Bunnaris, save 1. Alright. Oh, god dang it. Let's exit the game. Alright. Alright, so we've got the first session down. I hope that was a little enjoyable. We have not done... That was just the start of the game. I kind of want to go ahead and end this stream, so we're going to look for someone to raid. Sorry, Eternal, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to extend this stream for another 5 minutes. Let's see. Unless it takes me a bit of time to find someone to raid. I hate how I have to open up another browser in order to raid. Alright, we're gonna raid someone else playing Stellaris. Alright, I guess I'll wait for it to do what they need to do. I found someone to raid, so they're also playing Stellaris. Hey! Nice! Woo! Oh, hey, got a new badge! Founder, subscribe for 1 month! Huh! I think that's a very hard badge to get. Because I think you need to be at, like, one of the first ones to gift to sub, I believe? Yeah, thank you for this is your 2nd month now, right? Okay, I'm glad I waited. Alright, we're gonna raid someone else playing Stellaris. Thank you. Alright. You all have a wonderful evening. Peace.